This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Stanley Price is suing his ex-fiancée, Erica Beasley, in the amount of $7,500. He says the defendant pawned his engagement ring without consulting him first. Ms. Beasley claims the ring belonged to her and she needed to sell it because the plaintiff kicked her out of their home.
I'm troubled by this case. It's not a difficult case in terms of the issue. You want the ring back that you gave your now ex-fiancé.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Beasley, you're saying that you should be able to keep this ring.
It was a gift, yes.
Right. All right. Tell me your story, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, actually, 6 years ago, I walked into this downtown lounge in Oklahoma and saw this singer on stage who actually just took my breath away. And I fell in love instantly. We basically courted each other, and after about 3 years into the relationship, I proposed to her. Bought a very, very expensive ring and proposed to her at her birthday party. Brought all of her friends, her mom, distant friends.
Right.
Had everybody in for the proposal /
And you were
birthday
prepared
party.
to go forward in terms of living a life with her and being married.
Yes.
And you accepted and you felt the same. Okay. And
At the time.
And, well, actually, I thought this was the person I wanted to spend my life with until I found out that she was in a relationship, sexual relationship with my son.
Right.
Tyler, which was 16 at the time when I found out, and I called it off.
All right. Tyler is a 16-year-old that you started having relationships with.
Correct.
You found out she was sleeping with your son Tyler, you called it off.
Right. Soon as I found out.
As well he should have.
Yeah.
And I would think that in and of itself would result in you giving back the ring. I mean, have you no shame? How did you find out about this?
Well, Your Honor, I'm a ghost chaser.
He's crazy.
No.
You're a ghost chaser.
Yes. Yes, sir. So
what does that have to do with what was going on here?
Well, actually, I set up cameras in my home. Actually, there was some ghosts in my home I saw on a couple occasions. So I set up cameras to actually catch the ghosts in my home. So
there's a lot going on here.
The ghosts were in his head.
I know, Your Honor, but
all right.
The ghosts were in your head.
There's nothing really to do in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So
you're going to blame it on the state of Oklahoma. All right. And so you set up these cameras.
Yes,
this
sir.
was some sort of paranormal
thing
that
to
you're
catch
into?
some paranormal activity.
And this is your thing.
Yeah, well, it's just basically, like I said, I saw a couple of ghosts before, and no one believed me, so I set up cameras to go ahead and catch them on tape.
And you didn't catch a ghost?
No, but I caught something else on tape.
And that's when
I saw my then fiance and my 16-year-old son on the couch doing what I think would embarrass a porn star if you saw that tape.
Coming up.
I found out I was pregnant.
With 99.9% probability, Bella's father is... What happened to the ring?
I found out I was pregnant shortly after. Stanley, again, was nowhere to be found when I needed support for my baby.
You've had the baby.
Yes, she's
Whose
3 months.
baby,
She
Your
is
Honor?
3 months old, and
Whose
I'm the
baby?
sole
What's
caretaker.
the baby's name?
Bella.
I'll call it X, Your Honor, because I don't know who baby it is. Could be
Exactly.
my son.
Some father he is.
And you've now had this child. You told me everything but what happened to the ring.
I needed money for the expenses, mostly for the baby.
So you sold the ring.
Yes.
So you don't have the ring to
I
give
don't
back.
have the ring.
You pawned it.
I did with it
You have
what I
proof that
wanted
it was
to
worth
because it was a gift. It was my ring.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Let me see that.
And as you can see here, it stipulates it's not a gift. It says engagement ring.
Well, here's the issue.
$7,300.
No, I see. You actually paid $7,325 for it.
Yes, sir.
But the bigger issue here is, who's the father of the child?
That's
why I'm here, Your Honor, as well.
We have the paternity results.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. You're watching America's Court with Judge Ross.
with 99.9% probability, Bella's father is Tyler.
Told you.
Your reaction's odd to me. This is someone that you asked to marry you. She has sex with your son. You now know that your son is the father of this child, which makes you the grandfather of this baby, and you start dancing like, thank God it's not me.
You know
And
what,
yet
Your Honor, I jumped
this is
the gun.
still your blood.
Still.
Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel will come down in favor of the plaintiff. Because if you think I'm going to allow you to not return that money after what you have put this man through, you are stunningly misinformed. $7,500 is your judgment. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $7,500. On the next Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
I don't think I've ever heard of a grown man pooping in his pants.
Thank you.
Not anybody younger than age 85, maybe.
Vivian Morgan is suing Repo man Hank Britt in the amount of $1,200. She says he damaged the automatic gate on her driveway while in the process of repossessing her car.
Ms. Morgan, why are you here in court today?
The defendant scammed his way into my house to steal my car and busted through my gate on the way out.
That's ridiculous. I did not steal her car. I'm a repo man. I repossessed her vehicle. She did not pay her bills on time, so I was hired to repossess her vehicle, and that's what I did.
All right, now, Ms. Morgan, how was it that Mr. Britt came into your life?
I was just at a bar that I normally frequent. It's full of regulars. I noticed he was there because there's not a lot of new people going in. And, you know, we locked eyes. He bought me drinks. We talked for hours. He had this sob story about some girl that had broken up with him. He was really, really, really sweet. And we ended up going back to the place I was staying. And the next thing I know, I get a call at 5 in the morning from my neighbor saying someone's trying to break into my car. And I look out the window, and it's him trying to jimmy into my car. And he's got the tow truck going and everything. I threw on my clothes. I ran out after him. And he just keeps driving, and he busts through the gate. He doesn't even turn around. He doesn't stop. He doesn't do anything.
The job was the job's by any means necessary.
When you went to that bar, did you go there because you knew that Ms. Morgan frequents that bar?
Yes.
All right, and did you strike up a conversation with her because
I did. I followed
you
her
hoped to be able to end up repossessing the car?
I wanted to get closer to the vehicle, so I got closer to her.
All right, so this was kind of a plan, a scheme, a design
Yes.
that you had, and
Yes.
you freely admit to that.
Yes. I never let a car slip through my fingers. I'm undefeated. I repped out every car. I had to get her car. So I met her at the bar. We had conversation. I didn't think it was going to be that easy to get it that first night. I thought eventually it would have been a couple more dates. But she took me back to her place that night, and we just so happened to have some sex.
Do you feel any remorse about sleeping with her in order to get the car, or do you just feel like, okay, well, it goes with the territory?
Yeah, she's actually been texting me for the past couple of weeks asking to hang out more. So I actually believe the reason why we're here today is she wants to get back at me because I'm not in her life anymore. The gate was already damaged before I even repoed the car. I have paperwork right here showing that she has not paid her bills for 5 to 6 months.
All right, is that evidence you would like the court to
That is
consider?
evidence I would like for you to have.
All right, the court will receive it, and I know plaintiff has evidence which I'll receive in a few moments. All right, so I'm looking at notice of repossession of a motor vehicle or motorcycle from the Department of Motor Vehicles, and it does indicate that you, Ms. Morgan, are going to have your car repossessed.
I
So
knew the car.
The court will receive that into evidence. What is your response on that, Ms. Morgan?
I'm not suing over the car. I lost the car. I didn't make the payments. It didn't give him the right to bust through my gate. I mean, did you see the pictures? If my gate was this busted, then why did he have to swoon me at a bar to go get the car? He could have just gotten into it if the gate was already broken. He busted the gate. I'm suing for the damage. It's not even my gate. It's my grandmother's gate. I can't just let it sit on its hinges like that.
What is the evidence then you wish the court to receive?
I have a bill to fix it, and I have pictures.
All right, thank you. All right, so I'm looking at a photo of the gate that obviously is damaged and is in need of repair. And I'm looking at an invoice for the cost of the repair of the gate for a total of $1,200. And it says security gate, dislodged gate repair. All right, the court will receive that. Now, why have you not brought evidence of the condition of the gate before this incident?
No one thinks to take pictures of things before they're damaged.
All right, so that's the reason you didn't. But are you saying that the gate was not damaged?
It was not damaged, and if it was damaged, he wouldn't need to trick me into getting the car. He could have just gotten it. The whole gate's off the thing.
All right, so what is your response, sir?
She is upset that I'm not hanging out with her after. I have numerous texts saying, where are you at? What are you doing right now? And I don't respond.
Those texts were about getting money from you, not to see you again because I missed you so much.
Sure.
It's not
All right,
that
so
great.
have you brought those texts to court today?
I did not.
Would you do it again? Would you fool another woman into sleeping with you so you could get her car?
I did not trick her into sleeping with me.
Had she known that this was a plan on your part to basically get her car, you think she would have slept with you anyway?
If she was that drunk.
If she was that drunk? Okay, so now
I would need
you're
to be.
saying that she was drunk.
Yeah, she goes to this bar. I noticed after following her for a couple weeks that she goes to this bar 4 times a week at least. She spends most of her money. That's why she can't afford to pay her bills.
Are you saying so she was drunk and that's why she slept with you?
Pretty much 70%.
So you took advantage of a woman who was drunk
I was also
to
drunk.
sleep with her so that you could get her car. You were also drunk? I thought you had a plan. You weren't too drunk to execute
I had a
on the
plan
plan,
to-
though, were you?
The plan was to exchange numbers and get to know each other. I did not think I
That
was gonna
wasn't
go
your
take...
plan. Your plan was to get her car by any means necessary.
closer
to
to
quote
her,
you,
yes.
Mr. Britt. So how drunk were you when you were able to still follow through on your plan? If you were that drunk, how would you remember to do all that?
It was 5 a.m., so I was pretty sobered up by then.
Oh, by that time, it had worn off.
And
Okay.
plus, the numerous amounts of sex that we had kind of sobered me up.
Sex sobered you up. Okay.
Well, you should know what she's into. It's very, very kinky.
Awesome.
That's actually what
I'm
drove
more
me out of there.
I'm more interested
That's
in
what
what you
drove
were
me out of
into.
there the fastest.
Okay. You think you should get hardship pay for what you had to do to get the vehicle?
I already got paid good enough.
All right. Court is ready to rule.
Judge All.
Since it's a credibility issue, and since it is clear to me that defendant engages in deceptions as a way to make his living, which is a really important deception, to deceive somebody into going to bed with him so that ultimately they can get the car out of there, I'm going to find that the person that I am going to believe is the plaintiff, Ms. Morgan, whom I have no reason to believe engages in any deception. She may have trouble paying her bills, but that doesn't mean that she's a liar. Judgment for plaintiff.
Judge Allred has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,783.35. And coming up,
You were a white supremacist.
Yes. I was a little confused why he moved in there to begin with, because we've never had any African Americans in our neighborhood. I was brought up in this environment. We have social club meetings there, American Aryan Association.
That's when the property damage started to happen. My car was vandalized. Someone spray painted a swastika. There was graffiti on the side of the house that said no blacks.
Handwriting.
That said what?
It said no blacks.
No
On
blacks?
the side of my house. Yes.
He's exercising his First Amendment right.
I mean,
you
so
do
we're-
a lot of good, you also do a lot of bad.